Esta es Mezcla TV y tu programa esta semana con... Este programa es auspiciado por el restaurante El Maguey en Michigan Avenue y Uruguay y restaurante Katrina Bar and Grill.
Siempre fresco y delicioso. Hola y muy buenas tardes. Estamos aquí en Mezcla TV esta semana con... Nuevamente, hoy es viernes 5 de mayo, el placer es intensamente mío, yo soy Yvette y tengo un elenco aquí que presentar, pero antes tenemos que hablar de nuestros patrocinadores. El Maguey Mexican Restaurant, always fresh and delicious, es el motto de ellos, ¿ok? Ellos nos patrocinan Mezcla TV al mediodía todos los viernes. Muchísimas gracias a la familia Lozano. Un saludo muy tremendo y cordial a todos los meseros, meseras, a los cocineros. Y pronto viene por ahí, Katrina's Bar and Grill. Comida mexicana al estilo gourmet, al alcance de su bolsillo. Abren la semana que entra, así que estén pendientes en Mezcla TV esta semana con Katrina's Bar and Grill la semana que entra. También tienen sucursal por allá en Uruguay. El Maguey Mexican Restaurant está ubicado en Michigan Avenue y su sucursal en Uruguay, Tennessee. Y sin más que dar, vamos avanzando. Vamos a ver a Aurora, la chica de la hora. Hola, Aurora, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, Ivette, me encanta encontrarte de nuevo y con esa sonrisa. Mírelo todo lo que tenemos aquí hoy.
Oh my goodness, esto va a estar candela, así como las 2 horas más calientes en fiesta. Ok, vamos a empezar por aquí con esta dama preciosa, aparentemente, y me acabo de enterar de que ella habla español. ¿Lo sabías, Aurora?
Lo descubrí aquí apenas llegó.
Lo descubrimos. Ella está con el Boys and Girls Club y su nombre es Denise. Hi, Denise, how are you? Hola.
Good, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, gracias. ¿De dónde eres?
Cubana.
¿Eres cubana? ¿Cuánto tiempo tienes aquí?
Yo nací aquí, pero la familia, los padres, los abuelos, los tíos, todos son cubanos.
Ok, ¿y desde cuándo estás con Boys and Girls Club?
Casi 10 años.
Casi 10 años. O sea que esto no es nuevo para ti.
No.
Ok, bueno, no te vayas porque vamos avanzando por aquí con otro elenco. Ay, Dios mío, la patrulla motorizada. Tenemos por aquí, and he's looking at me, is Joe with the Roughnecks. Hey, Joe.
Good morning, Yvette. How are you doing? It's great to see you again, and thank you again so much to you and the Fiesta team for having us out here to talk to you today.
Listen, we are so honored that you would accept our invitation. And then we'll talk about what all we got going on here, but now you have a road name, and that would be Count.
Yes.
How does that come about?
It actually happened back in like 1979. I was in the Air Force, and I walked into pilot training, and one of the instructors said, Fusco, which is my last name, like the Count of Monte Fusco.
Oh,
and
nice.
So that's where that name was struck.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Kind of like Goose and Maverick.
Yes, exactly. And vampires and Twilight and whatever. Yeah.
In Twilight. Okay, well, moving on. We have John here. Hey, John, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Doing good, thank you. You can hold on to the mic or she can hold it on for you. So, Mike, you have a road name as well, and that would be Keys.
Keys, like don't lose your keys and let these guys know about it.
Keys.
Yeah, something to start something with, and that's what we're doing here today. We are starting up fire for sure. So, John, tell us how you came about with the Roughnecks.
I am a retired paramedic.
Right there.
I started riding motorcycles a long time ago, but I didn't ride for about 30 years.
Okay, let me interrupt because I want to say this in Spanish. Él está retirado, él es un paramédico, quiere decir que él estaba en las ambulancias. ¿Cómo se dice? Esto es lo que él hacía. Y entonces you were a paramedic, and then you did what?
Well, I was busy raising family, and I sold the motorcycle. But my son started riding again, and I seen his motorcycle. I said, you know what, I want to ride again. I bought another motorcycle. And last year, at our big ride, Operation Hero, I said, I want to ride with these guys. They're paramedics, they're police, they're people I know.
First responders, etc.
Correct, that I'd been with all my life. I said, I want to ride with that group. Well, I did, and I'm glad that I did, because the more I got to know them, they've become family now. And I'm glad to be there.
That is a beautiful testimony, and so Aurora and I would like to join your group. Now, Count, tell us, how do we go about that?
Pero antes de irme a la moto, yo tengo algunas preguntas despuesito.
Pero tiene que dar el micrófono.
Antes de estar con ellos en la moto, primero voy a hacer unas preguntitas y luego sí voy en la moto. Adelante.
Pero, sí, este es Count, y él se llama...
Joe.
No.
Me dijeron que Joe.
Sí, Joe and John.
Joe and Keys.
Keys.
Yeah. Keys. You know what? First, I'm going to tell you how
That's
Keys.
it.
First, I'm going
That's
to tell you how Keys got his
Latino
name.
America.
First, I'm going to tell you how Keys got his name, because I kind of helped give it to him. So anyway, we were at a charity ride, and he was prospecting at the time, and so we're walking around, and it's time to leave, and he can't find his keys. So we retraced our steps. We're looking all over the place to try and find these keys. He says, "Oh, I found them. They're in my pocket."
Typical. Happens
So
to me every day.
we already have somebody named Pockets, so we went with Keys.
Oh, I love it. That's a great story. And now we are going to go about why are we all here and how all of this works together. But first, I want to invite Mike. Mike, come here. Right here, right by me. Here's Mike.
Estaba escondido.
Hi, Mike. How
Hello.
are you?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
So Mike is the newest member to the Roughnecks. Tell us, how do you come about it?
Well, I'm not actually a member yet. I'm just kind of hanging around right now. But John or Keys, he actually used to be my captain at Bradley County EMS, and he invited me to come ride with the group. And so I'm just getting a feel for it and seeing how I'm doing. I really like riding with these guys and hope to become a member soon.
Well, good luck to you, and we are so happy that they are accepting members. Like I said, Aurora and I want to join. But moving on, Mike does not have a handle. I think they call it a road name yet. And then he has to be christened, which he has to be patched. Show us a patch. That's a patch. I called it christening, but they call it patch. So very interesting, right there.
We also call it baptism, but that's for a different reason.
Do you make him ride a goat or a motorcycle?
No, we douse them with a liquid.
Oh, okay.
They walk through, and we just
Nice. Okay, well, excellent. And thank you so much. Don't go away. You don't have to go away. You can stay right here. Look, we have plenty of room.
He did his best.
are very
He did his
inclusive.
best to not be over here.
I
So
know he did.
I want to thank you, Yvette, for bringing him over, because he was just hanging out on the side.
Of course, and that's not the end of it. I'm going to invite our producer, Bruce Scully.
Excellent.
Because he has a question that he asked immensely that I love. Get over here, Bruce. You're not in here enough.
Todo el mundo de
Bruce, you ready for prime time?
Who's the director?
my
Hey,
director.
you need a mic, Bruce?
I thought I was the director, but apparently Yvette is.
Can I hold the mic?
I'm
please?
the
Absolutely.
princess.
So the question about
About the number. That was such a great question.
No, you don't want to do that.
I'd rather not. Why don't you?
Take it
No,
out.
because the number, they are number 81.
No, no,
No,
no.
you are
18.
18 because of the letter R
Yes.
for Roughnecks.
Yes.
How does that work? Is the alphabet, the number 18 is the letter R.
Right.
And then Roughnecks starts with an R. How can that not be public? I think that's
Well,
beautiful.
It's not. It's no. I don't want to say it's not public. I just say that that's one of those things. It's a tradition within a motorcycle club
You don't talk.
arena. We just don't. I mean, it's not something that we normally get into.
Okay,
about
they-
things
that we
what
don't talk
different-
about
like
it?
what different things mean, and that's our club stuff. You know?
Oh, okay.
We respect that, so let's talk about the ride that you're talking
Well,
about.
I
Coming
forgot that we were media, so
about that?
please excuse me.
How do I handle that
up.
question?
Thanks
Yvette?
for the invitation. Thanks for the invitation.
I just thought that was a great question. But anyways, great answer.
Thank you.
So,
I'll
okay,
listen.
No,
Moving on.
I'll be there with
we're
you.
good. Thanks. No.
¿Qué?
Yeah,
I'm going to move on to Denise
by all means.
because she
A
hasn't
much
said
better
much.
option than us.
Oh my goodness. Isn't she lovely? And she is how many months pregnant?
8.
8 months.
Congratulations.
Well, you're about to pop.
Yeah, 5 weeks left. Yeah, and
not
there's
right
just
now.
one in there.
But we do have 2
So-
EMS people here if something
Yeah.
would happen.
Yeah.
Cycle or no?
You can go wrong with that.
I've
If you go
delivered
on a
7.
motorcycle drive or ride,
Yeah.
you got EMS people here can take care of you, your delivery, or if you fall. How many times have you guys fallen?
I've had 3 significant wrecks.
3 significant.
3 wrecks, and I fully admit that it was me doing things stupid, that I was trying to ask the machine to do something that it really wasn't meant to do. But I'll say that my record's intact, that I have never had any issues with anybody on my bike. So since you're going to ride with me on Saturday,
I am, and why am I riding with him on Saturday?
And you?
you will be in good hands.
I don't know if you're riding with me because
But you gotta eat that mic.
I haven't ridden anyone behind me in probably 30 years.
No, but how many times? Because I want to see him for who was no for when motorcycle going that one or that one. Who got less? Pregunta.
I've wrecked 3 times.
3 times, and you?
I had 3, but I've got a lot
Okay,
of
pin uno,
hours.
pin dos. Voy a pensar en cuál.
But
número.
Homer wanted to, Homer, who was here on Monday, you can probably ride with him.
Okay, my first time in my life. Remember?
No, that's okay.
Memory
And we
that one.
and you know what? Anybody that wants to ride on the back, it's not that hard. And we are a very safe group, and I won't be by myself, so I'm a lot safer that way when I'm with groups.
Okay, I'm believing.
Well, I don't
There-
feel unsafe at all. I'm so excited to be in your motorcycle.
Thank you.
And that to have keys by my side. It's a paramedic.
Well, there are better choices in the club, but I will say this: if it comes down to it, you can ride with me. It'll be all
Want
right.
me go with you?
Well, no, I said this. Well, I'd rather you ride with Homer,
With him?
but no,
No,
Homer.
no,
He was
no,
here.
Homer.
He was
He was
here.
here
That
on
sat.
This is
Yeah.
Joe.
But
I know we need name tags.
if
we do have name
yeah, we do have.
It
Wait.
says count right there.
So
There'll be a ride
we can
for
talk
you, I
about this
promise.
now, right?
Well, no, I'm
See,
just
that's
telling you where my
double
name
standard.
is.
I don't know how
That's-
this
I'm
works.
Just, I'm just telling you where my name is. It's right there.
Okay. For the sake of time, we
This is
are
fun,
out of
Bruce.
town for right now. So let's regroup and talk about our business, which is how your involvement in the community and how Boys and Girls Clubs fits in. We'll be right back with Mezcla TV esta semana con la mejor comida mexicana.
Siempre fresco y delicioso.
En un ambiente familiar está en el Maguey Mexican Restaurant en Michigan Avenue. Sus especiales diarios comienzan a $1.99 Lime Margaritas todos los jueves. Pruebe también nuestros platillos de quesadillas grande y el Hawaiian Pineapple, ubicados en Uruguay, Cleveland. Llámenos con anticipación y le tenemos su comida lista para llevar convenientemente en nuestro drive-thru en Cleveland, 423-464-5660.
Always fresh and delicious. ElMagueyTN.com. And coming soon, Katrina's Bar and Grill, gourmet Mexican food for everyone.
El Maguey, always fresh, delicious. Siempre fresco, delicioso.
Mezcla TV, esta semana con... La comunidad latina estaba esperando esto por mucho tiempo y por fin llegó aquí a la ciudad de Cleveland.
Lo lanzamos el viernes 11 de noviembre.
11 de noviembre al mediodía. Venimos con diferentes segmentos informativos, noticias, chismes.
Noticias de última hora, tema candente local.
También con los deportes que no se pueden quedar atrás.
Noticias nacionales y locales.
También tendremos un segmento de comida.
Enfoque en tu negocio. Puedes ser el invitado como invitado especial.
Y prepárate que las cámaras saldrán a la calle y puedes ser tú el próximo en ser entrevistado. Recuerda, Mezcla TV.
Todos los viernes al mediodía a partir del 11 de noviembre.
Y nuestro programa se va a llamar Esta Semana con. Contigo, Ivette.
Contigo, Soari.
Las dos estaremos allí.
Es oficial.
En nuestro programa, por primera vez aquí en la ciudad.
Mezcla TV.
Mezcla TV, Ivette.
Mezcla TV. Soari. Para quedarse. Es tu comunidad.
Mezcla TV. Esta semana con.
Esta es Mezcla TV y tu programa esta semana con. Este programa es auspiciado por el restaurante El Maguey en Michigan Avenue y Uruguay y restaurante Katrina Bar and Grill.
Siempre fresco y delicioso. Bueno, estamos de regreso con la media hora más caliente. Ok, vamos avanzando. Vamos aquí con Denise. Estamos en a Boys and Girls Club. And this baby to come. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. De nada. Ok, Denise, quiero que nos hables del Boys and Girls Club. Es una organización aquí en Cleveland. ¿Qué es lo que ellos hacen?
Nosotros servimos los niños que tienen 5 a 18 años y que van a la escuela. Los recogemos de la escuela, los traemos al club. Ellos hacen tareas, juegan afuera. Nosotros les enseñamos cómo tratar a otras personas, cómo tienes que tener respeto, tienes que tratar, no importa quién, de dónde son, de qué color, de nada. Eso no importa, que tú tratas a la gente lo mismo. No importa.
De la misma manera.
Sí. También tenemos deporte, así que los niños pueden jugar fútbol, básquetbol. Es un lugar safe para los niños para venir.
Entonces lo recomiendas grandemente, por supuesto, porque trabajas ahí, tienes 10 años ahí.
Oh, sí, tengo 10 años. Los niños míos van al club, le encantan. Muchos de los empleados, niños, le encantan ir al club. Si es el sábado, ellos están preguntando si pueden venir al club y tenemos que decirles que estamos cerrados. Pero sí, estamos abiertos después de la escuela, estamos abiertos cuando las escuelas cierran. Así que si tienen un holiday o si tienen spring break, fall break, algo así, nosotros estamos abiertos temprano, le damos comida, tenemos actividades. Es un lugar para los niños venir y sentirse bien. Y los padres pueden ir a trabajar y...
So, como un after school program. Ok, te voy a decir que yo estaba en las Girl Scouts ya en los años 2000 y yo estaba muy involucrada con el Boys and Girls Club. Implementaba sesiones de Girl Scouts para esas madres que querían ser leaders, pero no podían porque tenían que trabajar, y yo me encargaba de llevar a estas niñas a recaudar sus fondos, vender sus galletitas, etcétera. No sé si sabías eso, creo que es antes de conocer a Denise. Y ya me está comentando que también tenían a los Boy Scouts, ¿verdad? Que estaban involucrados. Así que nosotros vamos a empezar a tener ese programa para ellos en Boys and Girls Club. Así que quédense en sintonía porque más detalles más adelante. ¿Alguna otra cosita?
No, ahora vamos a empezar el verano y vamos a hacer muchos field trips. Tenemos un encampamento, así que los niños van y se quedan unos cuantos días. Aprenden cómo hacer un fuego, aprenden cómo ponerse un tent.
Sí, una tienda de campaña.
Ajá,
nice.
Van hiking, enseñando las cosas que muchas veces los niños no tienen un hombre en la casa para enseñarle, o no tienen oportunidades porque los padres están trabajando duro y no lo pueden llevar en vacaciones. Así que también hacemos eso en el verano y vamos a la piscina. Así que todo eso van a empezar ahora.
Nice. Y hablando de un hombre en la casa, hablando de role models about men, here we have a couple of men. They are so great in this community, and they are here to tell us. And they are with the Roughnecks Harley Motorcycle Club.
It's actually it's the Roughnecks Motorcycle Club. We're a motorcycle club.
Okay. And how are you involved with the Boys and Girls Club?
Well, it's an interesting story, and I'm sorry that Derek couldn't be here today. He's the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of the Ocoee region, which does operate 17 units, and we'll get
Derek Kinsey.
Yes, thank you.
Very impactful with the Girls and Boys Club.
So a couple of years ago, we were here to do a morning spot for this ride. This is our seventh annual ride, and we met Derek waiting. He was coming in to do an interview for an upcoming event for the Boys and Girls Club, and he said, well, you should come over and check out this unit and see what we do. And after our spot and his, we did come over, and he hooked me. He hooked me. Now, one of the guys in our chapter has actually was a member of the Boys and Girls Club growing up, so he also had knowledge of the program. And so we went over. Derek put on this fancy program on the computer that he loves to work on and showed us all the different things that the Boys and Girls Club does in the community and the folks that are involved. And frankly, we had been looking for something in our own backyard to work with kids. On the one hand, we have a charity that we've been working with from the beginning, which unfortunately Brenda Lawson from the Cleveland 100 could not be here today, so I'll talk about that briefly and just say that that's an organization that was founded back in the 90s, I believe, for fallen heroes, public safety, law enforcement folks in the Cleveland community, and it helps their families in the aftermath. It's a scholarship program, and that's one of our charities. That was our initial charity. And we always wanted to do something with children. To me, that's paying it forward, you know. And so when we came across the Boys and Girls Club, said, well, how can we help you?
So,
and there's a unit up in Meigs in Decatur. The Meigs unit is in Decatur. And while this charity, this run, we sponsor them. They're part of the Boys and Girls Club, and they're a great unit. Great staff up there. There'll be a number of them on the premises at Applebee's on May 20th, which is Armed Forces Day, and we'll get to the details of the ride in a minute. But they come down. They'll bring a number of the children down.
That was my next question.
Yes, go ahead. I'm reading your mind now.
Yeah, you are reading my mind because this big event that's happening.
Let's do Johnny Carson Carnac. I'll give you the answer. You come up with
I don't know Johnny Carson.
All right, I'm sorry. Whoa, no. How could that? Bruce, we need some training here. All right, never mind.
I'm just kidding. Did you know that they were auctioning the Johnny Carson's chair and what have you on TV the other day?
All right,
Whatever.
I'm sorry,
moving on.
I'm making anachronistic references. I'm sorry. Anyway, so go ahead.
So you guys are raising funds by doing a motorcycle ride to help out with the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes,
and
the Cleveland 100 as well.
And the Cleveland 100 Club, which is the club which is created to represent the fallen heroes. Yes?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so talk to us about that.
Let's talk about the ride.
Okay.
So each year we come together and we try and we've done it all except one year, barring COVID, on the Armed Forces Day, which is the third Saturday in May. And everybody is welcome. Anybody that rides is welcome to come out. Anybody who doesn't ride and just wants to come out and be part of the excitement, the energy, and for these come together for this great cause to help needy folks in the Boys and Girls Club and to continue to support the Cleveland 100, which takes care of fallen heroes.
So, Count, allow me to repeat that in Spanish.
Please.
Okay, tenemos aquí a este club de motorizados que están recaudando fondos para este club del Boys and Girls Club y también el Club 100, es the Club 100, donde se honran a estos patriotas que han caído. Now, Aurora y yo vamos a estar ahí. Esto va a ser el 20 de mayo en el estacionamiento de Applebee's y van a estar dando motorcycle rides, ¿cómo se llama? Paseos en motocicleta. Y a nosotras ya nos midieron la cabeza porque nos vamos a poner en la motocicleta. I said, you guys already measured our helmet size because we're going to be on. We're riding.
But you have pictures of us up on the screen now. What about the picture that we took of you on the bike? Is that not queued up?
No, it's not.
Exactly.
I didn't say that one.
And I'm just going to say for the record, it was a much better picture of you guys than it is of us.
Oh, why don't I just send it to him to see if he can just rig it in there?
I think he should do that.
Okay,
I
well
think he
then
should
you
do that.
guys continue talking
All
about
right,
the event
I will do
while
that.
I do that.
So, anyway, so the morning at about 10 o'clock is when we start registration, and then we do what's called a kickstand up at 11. That's when the ride departs. There'll be plenty of bikes out there. As I said, Boys and Girls Club. I was told we might have a couple of fire engines there for the kids to climb around. We are a public safety club that's very family oriented. So we welcome entire families to come out.
So the boys or girls want to go ride in a motorcycle has to be registration fee before go. Los niños se tienen que registrar cuando llegan para tener el paseo de moto.
Registration is when you arrive.
Yeah, you sign in at registration table, and if you're going to ride, it's $20 per motorcycle. If you can fit 14 people on that bike, that's up to you. There's no additional fee for extra riders. Many rides do that. We also have
cuanta
t-shirts
gente quiera,
available.
y son 20 dolaritos nada más. Y es la Operation Heroes, se llama esta operación que estamos haciendo el 20 de mayo.
Y recuerden que esos $20 no es para ellos, sino esos $20 es lo que se está recolectando para estos chicos.
En el Boys and Girls
sí,
Club
es para eso.
Y para el Cleveland 100 Club. Así que los beneficios no son para nosotros, no son para ellos.
Ni para ellos, es para los...
Y han escogido un grupo tremendo de motorizados para hacer
y
esta recaudación de
expertos,
fondos.
que no tengan miedo, son expertos, tienen experiencia, muchos años. How long you drive the motorcycle, Joey?
I'll tell you, the reason I'm riding motorcycles today is because my father told me many years ago that I wasn't allowed to ride one under his roof.
And you kids, how long?
So as soon as I moved out.
Well, I got my first motorcycle. My wife bought it for me as a wedding present. So we've been married 43 years.
That's an achievement. Congratulations.
Mira, mandaron la foto.
Ay,
There we
mira,
go.
mira la foto.
Oh, excellent.
Huepa.
There's the photo.
Nice. Thank
See,
you,
now, doesn't that
Austin.
look
You're
like a
my
much
man.
better
Ahí está la
photo than
foto
us?
que estamos ya alistándonos para el ride.
Yeah, thank you, production backstage. We never talk about him or say anything, but he makes this happen. So with all of this, we're going to say goodbye.
One more thing. Can I have one more thing?
One more thing.
Okay. What's that? The date, don't forget. The date. So, once again, the date, the 20th of May, Applebee's parking lot on Paul Huff Parkway, which the address, I think that says 168. I don't have my glasses on. I just know where it is.
168 en Paul Huff Parkway en Applebee's. La entrada son $20 y va para una bella causa.
Excellent. Thank you.
And gracias. Thank you, Austin, for that on there. Because we're showing it right now.
Excellent, thank you. And after the ride, we have door prizes and auction off a few items. All that money goes to these charities. And right now I see a perfect segue into an opportunity to further donate as well. There are 1,200 tickets being sold for this 6-seater Polaris that you can see up on the screen. And that's the max tickets. And they're $50 a piece. You can get 5 of them for $200 or 15 for $500. And that Polaris will be on display during the day of the ride, and tickets will be available at the show.
Así que vénganse, únanse con nosotros el 20 de mayo. ¿A qué hora? What time? 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock registration, and then 11 o'clock we go out for roughly an hour and 45, and then we come back and do all of the door prize and raffle, the auction off. The raffle for this Polaris, that drawing takes place on July 4th. But for us there...
But we can learn all that information there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the important thing is that everybody comes and joins us.
We want you to come out and just
have
fun
take a
with
ride,
it.
enjoy the festivities. Y muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros. Thank you so much for being with us. It's a pleasure to meet you, Denise. Happy to have you again. We had you on the radio, Fiesta 99.1. You also, Keys.
Thank you for having us.
Just be safe and come back and see us.
Thank you so
Mike,
much
good
for
luck
having
to
us.
you. Ya regresamos con Mezcla TV en un momentito.
And thank
esta
you,
semana
Bruce.
con. And thank you. Okay.